Morning, everybody. In Sauk Center, Minnesota, where we slept overnight. The trucker's in at exit 127 on 994. Just grabbing a coffee, and we're gonna go home. I'm all fueled up. The truck's got plenty of fuel. Let's get out there. But you can tell we're getting close to Canada because it's getting real smoky again. At least it's raining here. We don't need the rain here though, we need the rain up north. This smoke that we're driving through now is coming from fires in southeast Manitoba, in and around the Whiteshell area. I was just looking at the smoke forecast, and it's going to get a little thick. Supposed to clear up around here tonight, but the wind is carrying it directly over the I-29 here right now from up there. Doesn't look so bad on the camera. I can see the screen in front of me there. It's not picking up, like off in the distance there. It's just thick. Hopefully this rain really clears everything up. That would be nice. We've rolled up to Pembina, North Dakota now. Right at the border with Canada. Stop in here. Oh man. Just for a little break. Get all my paperwork all together before I go to the border. Make sure that I'm all set. So I've been able to slow down my pace a little bit. I've been kind of rushed to get home. Because Brett had a doctor's appointment today, and we didn't know if our boy was being born early, and he might have been born today. So it's not really early, but it's a lot earlier than we expected. We're expecting him on the 31st, but it's looking more and more like he's gonna be here early. So I thought today might be the day, so just in case, I was booking it to get back so that I could be back home. Turns out the doctor's appointment went really well. Everything is looking good, and he's not coming today. Okay, so she's got another doctor's appointment tomorrow. So since he's not coming today, this gives me enough time to run to Langbank, Saskatchewan to deliver these tires first thing tomorrow morning. Get them off my trailer. I'm going to throw on a little bit of freight right there as well. That's taking me back to Winnipeg, and that's going to zip me back for tomorrow afternoon. So I'll be in the city area around her appointment time or slightly after. It doesn't look like he's going to be coming tomorrow, but just in case, again, I'm going to be right there in the city so that I can quickly run over to the hospital if I got to be there. But after this trip, I'm going to deliver these tires, grab those like empty racks I got to pick up there, bring them to Winnipeg, and after that, I'm parking the truck now until after the birth. So for the next about, I was going to stop a week later, but I'm parking a week earlier now because he could be coming any day now, because of the complications of preeclampsia, gestational diabetes, and other things that are, you know, I'm sure the fathers out there and the women will understand that what I'm talking about. So it could be any day now. So this is the last trip. After this, I park the trailer, I park the truck, and I go home and just take care of my highly pregnant wife until the birthday finally comes around, and then I will stay home for a few weeks yet to take care of her afterwards. It's going to be a C-section, so she's not going to be able to do much after. She can't lift anything. She can't even sit up by herself. So I'll be there to take care of her until she starts to recover, and then I'll have to go back to work, and then our family is going to step in and do what they can to help her as well. So the time is here, guys. The time is here. It could be any day now. It's not going to be today. Maybe tomorrow, slight chance. Probably not tomorrow, but maybe. But any day after this. So that's where we're at. We're going to cross the border, run off to Saskatchewan, wrap this thing up, and go home.
Approaching destination in 200 meters. You have arrived at your destination, Canada Border Trucks Emerson, Highway 29.
Here we are. Canada. Welcome. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. Good to see you. So we took Highway 23 west through southern Manitoba, facing west right now. Running parallel to the US border, surrounded by canola fields. And bugs on my window. A lot of bugs out here today. Headed up to Highway 34, we're going to take that north. Meet up with the Trans-Canada. This way I got to avoid all the traffic of Winnipeg. Still got about 4 hours to go. I'll be able to park right there, get all my straps off tonight, and they'll unload me when they get there first thing in the morning. Still more canola. Lots and lots of canola. Picked up a few more friends on my windshield just now. Went through a whole kerfluffle of them, a whole herd of them, a whole flock of them. I sent them to meet their maker. Look at this, Manitoba's got a valley. Wow. Look at us go. Look at this place. Wow. So we're gonna meet up with the Trans-Canada. Oh, it's a bumpy road. I think I've been here before. I remember this thing. Still haven't fixed it. We're gonna meet up with the Trans-Canada between Portage-la-Prairie and Brandon. Road should be a little better. We've arrived in Brandon, Manitoba, southwestern Manitoba. I'm gonna pull into those fuel pumps right there, grab 1 tank of fuel. I don't want to put too much in because this is going to be my last trip for the month. So there's no point in filling it all the way up. I'd rather take care of that when I come back. Just for finance reasons. Looks like we're gonna have to wait though. Just 293 liters or 77 gallons. Just filled up my driver's side. If I fill both tanks now, I don't need it for the rest of the month, but that comes off of my July pay statement then, right? My July finances. Instead, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna save that so that my finances look better for July because I'm taking that time off. But then I am also gonna have to fill it up in August when I go back to work. So I'm gonna really have to try hard to get my wheels turning in a hurry when I get back on the road in August to make up for that then. But that's the road I decided to take, so it's time to go. Going to the other side of town, going to Timmy's.
Continue on this road for 190 kilometers.
I forgot to do the windshield again. Shoot. I'll have to spray it down when we get there to Timmy's. Pretty busy here too. Thanks. Well, we're gonna park right up against the bush over there. Whoops, I'm watching this pothole right here. Less chance of my hood getting ripped off if I park here. Right behind this guy. Yikes. It's the off-road derby. Okay, this time I can put myself off duty because it's coffee time. Just gonna grab my bull snot. Where is it? Bull snot rocket. No, that's not the right one. This something like this. Where is it? There! They're all just regular. I'm looking for the rocket spray. Ha-ha! Visible. Rocket spray. Let's let that sit for a bit. More. I'm going to do it from in here. Just reach around. There you go. Look at that. That's better. I probably used way too much. Shoot. That's alright. Better, much better. Success. Yeah. Yeah. Well, back to it then. Yikes. Oh man, good thing I put my seatbelt on already. I'm flying right out the window. I wonder if this is how they, like if they purposely leave these potholes here to prevent drivers from like speeding through here, because it works. Got all my straps off. I'm ready for them in the morning. They'll get here at about 6:30. I'll start unloading. Then I'll get reloaded with possibly this stuff. Racks, something like this here though. Something small. It might be this. There's some more racks over there. It might actually be those ones over there. But yeah, it's a good trip up here. I'm thinking we should be tied down and out of here by 7 o'clock. No later than 7:30. Absolutely no later than 7:30. And we'll be booking it home. The racks I'm picking up from over here, they're just going to Winnipeg, just on the west side, and like Oak Bluff, around there. Just a quick, easy drop on the way back. And we'll see. Britt has another doctor's appointment, like I've been saying. Tomorrow, we'll see what the doctor says, whether or not he's coming early or not. But regardless, he can come any day now, so this is the last trip before he comes. Old Blue's getting parked for a few weeks after this trip. So I hope you're ready for some home time vlogs, some baby vlogs. We'll be back on the road again mid-August, depending on if there's any complications or not, because we have to wait and see how it goes. See how she makes it through the C-section, how she's healing up. But it'll be at least a few weeks. I'm excited. And in a way, I can't wait for this waiting period to just be done. I'm not even the one pregnant, and I just want the baby here already and have this whole thing done already, right? But I can't imagine. Britt's been very uncomfortable. She's had some help from her parents, from her sister, from my mom. If you guys are watching this, thank you so much for everything you've done to help us, to help Britt in specific. I feel bad and guilty that I can't be there every single day, 24 hours, helping her while she's high pregnant. But I gotta be out here and work. I don't have a choice on that one. Man's gotta work, right? So I'm really fortunate to have a great family back at home who's helping my wife. Takes a village, right? I'm very lucky that we got a very good village. And there's so many others that have been helping through this as well. Our friends, Amanda and Marvin, they've been there for us whenever we need them. Our friends Sabrina and Rick, my sisters. It's really nice having that community to support you in these times. I sometimes sit here in my truck because I'm alone all the time in my truck, right? It gets lonely. Of course it does. I miss my family back at home and feel guilty for being gone. But at the same time, I have a sense of duty, and it brings me happiness to provide, to give them the life that they deserve. To give my kids everything that they need. And a few things that they want as well. Not everything, but probably a little more than they need. Trying not to spoil them. It's hard. It's hard not to spoil your kids. You know, you want to give them the world. You want to give them everything. At the same time, you have to teach them to, you know, to work for everything they have. And I take the example from my parents growing up. They taught me by example that you need to work hard for everything you have in life. Nothing is just given to you for free. Or if it is given to you for free, somebody else paid for it. Nothing's free. And, you know, I never had like any, you know, sit downs with my parents where they were like, you know, scolding me like, you know, you got to work for what you have. And I don't remember anything like that. I watched them very closely, more than they know. I watched every move they made, my mom and my dad. And I learned from them by their example. So I take that knowledge that I have and I apply it to my kid. And now I see him and know that he's looking at me the same way I was looking at my dad, at my mom. And he's learning. Not by lessons that I sit down and teach him. He's learning from what I do, from how I act, from how I react to situations, to how I handle myself, to how I talk to others, to how I treat my wife, his mom. He's watching. I know he is because I know I was. You know what my mom and dad taught me? They taught me that you need to have a great work ethic. If you work hard, you can get ahead. If you work hard, you can get places. My sisters were the same way. Both very hardworking people. Growing up, watching them. And that was my childhood. You know, I was the youngest of the family, so I had a lot of role models to look up to. I had two sisters, my mom and my dad. I wasn't the oldest. The oldest has a totally different dynamic, right? But I was the youngest, and I watched them all, and here I am. I took everything I learned, plus I added my own flavor to it. So I want to do it my way. I'm not exactly like my dad. I'm different from him in many, many ways. In many ways, we're drastically different. But we do share many things in common as well. So I took things that he did, applied them to my life, and then I took things that I like, and I put them in my life, and I do things my way. Sometimes I'm stubborn, and I gotta do it my way, and then I find out, okay, my way doesn't work. At least I tried, and now I know. I'll do it Dad's way. I'll do it Mom's way. Growing up, my dad was on the road, so my mom worked from home. She owns an accounting business, and she runs it out of our house, so she was always home with me. Mom was always there for me. She was my constant. I'm very close with her. And so I got to watch her every day. And in many ways, I'm like her. And then I add my own twist to it as well. So it's like a combination of your influences around you growing up. My point is that now I know that my kids are looking at me the same way I looked at my parents. So got to make sure I set a good example. I got to be out here. I got to work. And it's tough. Sometimes it's tough. Life isn't easy. You got to go away to make money. At least I do. Not everybody does, but I do. And hopefully he understands it. Understands where Dad is. Like I did. Anyways, I've been rambling on here for way too long. Thanks for hanging out with me this whole time. We're in Langbank, Saskatchewan. I'm going to unload these tires and head on back home. We're going to have a baby. We'll see you tomorrow, everybody, for the ride home. Take care.